Did you know that a simple penny, one that most of us toss into a jar without a second thought, could be worth up to $1.1 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But I'm about to show you exactly how the 1987 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny could change your life forever if you know how to spot the right one. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just have that very penny sitting in your collection. Stay tuned, your future wealth could be hiding in plain sight. Hello, coin collectors, enthusiasts, and anyone who's ever wondered if their old pennies could actually make them rich. If you're someone who has stacks of old coins just lying around or maybe inherited a collection from a relative, you need to watch this closely. It could be worth a fortune, $1.1 million to be exact, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. What makes this 1987 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny so special. Most of us don't even give a second glance to coins from the late 80s. But here's the kicker, not all 1987 D pennies are created equal. It's all about the rarity and condition of the coin. When collectors talk about valuable coins, they're referring to those that didn't make it into the general circulation, or those that were made with unique mistakes, things like rare die cracks or unusual markings. And that's where the 1987 D-Mint Mark comes in. And now, don't click away just yet. This is where things get exciting, because even if you're holding onto a 1987 D penny that you think is just a regular coin, it could actually be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. Imagine it's 1987, you're walking around, and you spot a penny on the ground. You pick it up, pocket it, and head to the nearest store to grab a pack of gum. Fast forward to 2025, today, that penny could be sitting in your collection worth more than your car. Wild, huh? There's something special about certain coins from the 1987 series with the D-Mint mark. These pennies were produced at the Denver Mint, and what makes them so desirable today is their rarity, especially in uncirculated or proof condition. The market for rare pennies like this one is booming. Coin collectors and investors are paying top dollar for these. But here's the catch, finding one that's in near perfect condition is the trick. Even a small flaw can reduce its value dramatically, but how do you know if your penny is worth that life-changing amount? It's all about condition and specific identifying characteristics. So, let's dig into exactly what makes the 1987 D Lincoln penny stand out. Check the D-Mint mark. It should be clear and well-defined. If it's blurry or faded, that's a red flag. A sharp, pristine mint mark is what you're looking for. This is where the magic happens. The more perfect the coin's condition, the higher its value. We're talking about pennies that are free from scratches, dings, and discoloration. The term for this is uncirculated, and if yours is, you're in for a real treat. Look for a proof version. If your penny looks almost brand new and you've kept it in mint condition, it could be a proof coin, which is worth significantly more. And now, here's the part where you need to pay attention. I'm going to give you a foolproof way to check if you have a rare 1987 D penny that could be worth up to $1.1 million. But first, do you know what the difference is between a regular coin and a proof coin? If not, stick around because in just a moment, I'm going to reveal a secret trick that will make it crystal clear. You don't want to miss it. Before we dive into how to check the authenticity of your 1987 D penny, let's talk about why this coin is worth so much. The market for rare pennies is hotter than ever. Investors are constantly on the lookout for these gems, and if you've got one, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Remember, there are only so many rare pennies out there. So, the more you know about what you're holding, the more likely you are to strike gold. The demand for valuable pennies has skyrocketed, especially with the rise of coin auctions and online marketplaces. This is where the window of opportunity opens wide. If you have the right coin, it won't stay under the radar for long. I know what you're thinking, a penny? Worth $1 million? That sounds like a fairy tale. But trust me, this isn't a fairy tale. It's real. Imagine cashing in on that one little penny, and suddenly, you're living the life you've always dreamed of. That's not a dream, that's the power of coin collecting. Alright, it's time to reveal the big secret. Here's a step-by-step guide to check if your 1987 D penny is worth a fortune. Get a magnifying glass or a coin loupe. Look at the edges and the surface. Is it flawless? Does the mint mark look clear? If so, you might be in luck. Coins are graded based on their condition. A coin graded MS67, mint state, or higher is worth significantly more than one in average condition. If your penny is graded at a high level, congratulations. You could be holding on to $1 million coin. If you're not sure about the condition or authenticity of your penny, it's always a good idea to consult a professional coin appraiser. They can help you determine if your 1987 D penny is worth top dollar right now. Here's where it gets urgent. Coin values can fluctuate, and while the 1987 D penny is worth up to $1.1 million today, there's no guarantee it will hold that value forever. If you've got one of these rare pennies, you need to act fast. Coin markets are competitive, and the longer you wait, the more chances there are that someone else will find and snatch up that elusive gem. To sum it up, if you're sitting on a 1987 D mint mark Lincoln penny in near perfect condition, you could be sitting on a fortune. Coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's an investment. And the best part is, this could be your chance to start living that wealthy lifestyle you've always dreamed of. So, what are you waiting for? Get out that jar of pennies and start checking. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Remember, not all pennies are created equal. If you think your 1987 D penny might be the one, don't wait any longer. In the next video, I'll be revealing even more rare pennies that could be worth millions. You don't want to miss that. Imagine waking up one day to find out that an old coin, one you've had tucked away for years, could make you a fortune. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you it could be true? Right now, there's a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $1.2 million. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you how you could be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Stick with me, because this information might just change your life. Now, let's take a closer look at this incredible penny. A rare 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has been making waves in the coin collecting world. But here's the big question: do you have one of these pennies sitting in your drawer? If you do, you could be staring at an unexpected fortune. Alright, let me paint a picture for you. You've been collecting pennies for years, and maybe you've heard that some of them can be worth big bucks. But the real question is, how do you know if your pennies are worth something special? We all have that drawer. You know, the one where old coins go to hide. Maybe there are coins in there from your grandparents' collection. Coins that you thought were just old and dusty, maybe even worthless. But here's where it gets exciting: some of these coins could be worth millions. And if you've got that 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, you might just be sitting on a $1.2 million ticket to a brand new life. So, what makes the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable? Well, let's get into the details. In 1981, the U.S. Mint made a mistake. A small batch of pennies was struck without the mint mark, which is typically located near the date. This tiny error, this rare anomaly, turned these pennies into a hot commodity among collectors. But here's the catch: most people don't even know about this mistake, and they throw these coins away thinking they're just another penny. If you look at your 1981 pennies and don't see a mint mark, that's the first step to discovering if you've got something valuable. But there's more to it. The condition of the coin also plays a major role in determining its value. Now, I'm going to ask you a tough question. When was the last time you checked the condition of your pennies? Is it sitting in a jar somewhere? Maybe it's been in your pocket, with all that wear and tear, just waiting to be thrown away? Here's the thing: condition matters. If you've got a mint condition 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, you could be holding on to something truly extraordinary. These pennies in pristine condition can fetch a fortune on the market. But time is of the essence. These rare finds aren't going to be around forever, and the market can change fast. Now, I know what you're thinking: what are the odds that I have one of these pennies? Well, you'd be surprised. But before you go off to search your coin jar, let me give you a little secret. Sometimes, it's the pennies you think are worthless that are worth the most. So, let's say you find your 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and it's in excellent condition. Now what? Do you keep it in your collection, or do you sell it? Here's the thing: selling your rare penny could put you on the path to a wealthy lifestyle. I'll be sharing exactly how to sell it in just a moment, but let me first share with you a success story that'll make you think twice about letting go of that penny. Just a few years ago, a collector found a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny buried deep in their collection. They thought it was just another coin, until they saw an online auction for one of these rare pennies. Fast forward to today, that penny sold for over $1 million. A single penny. Can you imagine? The kind of life that opens up for you: more freedom, more opportunities, and the ability to live life on your terms. Now, here's where things get serious. If you've got a 1981 no mint Mark Lincoln penny and you're considering selling it, do not wait. You have to act quickly. The longer you hold on to a valuable coin, the more opportunities slip away. The coin market fluctuates, and these pennies are becoming harder to find. You might wait too long, and by then, the value could drop, or even worse, you could miss your chance entirely. Now, don't go anywhere. In just a moment, I'm going to tell you the exact steps you need to follow to get your hands on the highest possible payout for your rare pennies. But before we dive into that, I've got one last thing to share with you that will absolutely blow your mind. Alright, this is it, the final piece of the puzzle. So, how do you get your $1.2 million for that 1981 no mint Mark Lincoln penny? First, you want to get it professionally graded. Trust me, this step is crucial. You need an expert to assess the condition and confirm the authenticity. Then, once it's graded, you can either sell it through a reputable coin dealer or auction house. But here's the thing, not all coin dealers will give you top dollar. Make sure you're working with a trusted, experienced seller who knows how to get you the best price. So, what are you waiting for? That penny you've been holding onto could be the ticket to a completely different life. Don't let another day go by without knowing what your coins are worth. Start checking your collection now, and who knows, you might just find $1 million treasure in that old jar of pennies. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more valuable coin tips. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts. Did you know that a simple penny from 1968 could make you a millionaire? That's right, I'm talking about the elusive 1968 no mint Mark Lincoln penny, a rare coin worth up to $1.3 million. Imagine holding onto that penny in your change jar for years without realizing its true value. What if it's sitting in your collection right now, waiting to change your life forever? Stick around because you won't want to miss this rare opportunity to learn about this incredible penny and how it could be worth a fortune. Stay tuned to find out if you've been unknowingly sitting on a gold mine. Before we dive into the full details of this extraordinary penny's value, let me ask you this: how many of you have gone through old coins, only to put them aside because they seemed worthless? You might want to think twice the next time you find a penny from 1968. By the end of this video, you'll be checking your coin collection with fresh eyes, because this penny could change everything. Keep watching to find out why. Now, let's talk about the 1968 no mint Mark Lincoln penny. On the surface, it might seem like just another penny, right? But here's where it gets exciting, and a little nerve-wracking. This penny, produced in Philadelphia, wasn't marked with a mint mark, which is extremely rare. In fact, most pennies from this time period were minted with a D or S mint mark, but the ones that don't have it are the ones you want to hold on to. And trust me, the market for rare coins like this is booming right now. You don't want to miss out on a golden opportunity like this. Now, I know what you're thinking: a penny? $1 million? Am I dreaming? It almost sounds too good to be true, right? But trust me, if you're like me and have ever found a penny on the sidewalk and thought, it's just a penny, no big deal, you could be kicking yourself later. So, better check your pockets before you get mad at me. Let's talk numbers. The current market value of the 1968 no mint Mark Lincoln penny can go up to an astonishing $1.3 million. That's right, your penny could be worth over $1 million. Now, before you get too excited, it's important to understand that the coin needs to be in exceptional condition to reach that high value. It has to be in uncirculated or nearly perfect condition to fetch top dollar. You've got to be aware of this because not every 1968 penny is going to make you rich. But don't worry, we're going to dive into exactly what you should look for. Imagine this: you're holding onto a rare penny worth a fortune but you don't even know it. While others are cashing in on their hidden treasures, you could be leaving money on the table. Don't let that happen to you. The world of rare coin collecting is growing fast, and this could be your chance to cash in before it's too late. You need to act now. The demand for these rare coins is increasing every day, and that means they're getting harder to find. But here's the thing: finding one of these rare 1968 no mint mark pennies isn't as easy as you might think. In fact, you might have already come across one without even knowing it. And the value can vary based on several factors, like its condition, how well it's been preserved, and where you sell it. The next segment will show you exactly how to spot the signs of a rare, valuable penny in your collection. So don't go anywhere, because you won't believe what could be hiding in your pocket change. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how to identify this valuable penny. First, check the year. It's gotta be 1968, and if you're lucky enough to have one that's missing the mint mark, that's a big win. But don't just stop there. You'll want to check the condition. Look for a penny that shines, has crisp detail, and doesn't show much wear. A penny that's been tossed around in your pocket or left out in the elements isn't going to fetch top dollar. Remember, it's all about rarity and condition. You see, there are people out there who are actively looking for these rare pennies. Every day, collectors and investors are scouring collections, auctions, and even garage sales to find this very coin. If you don't take a closer look at your old pennies now, someone else might scoop it up from under your nose. And trust me, you don't want to live with the regret of knowing you could have been a millionaire, if only you checked your change. So, are you ready to find out if you've got a little treasure hidden away? I bet there's a part of you now wondering, do I have one of these sitting in my drawer right now? Well, hold on to that excitement because, in the next segment, I'm going to show you exactly how to verify the value of your coin and where to sell it for top dollar. Stay tuned, because this is where the fun really begins. Okay, now that you're all fired up, let's talk about where to sell your valuable 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny. The good news is, there are several reputable places where you can sell rare coins, and I'm about to give you the lowdown on the best ones. From online auctions to trusted coin dealers, knowing where to sell is just as important as knowing how to identify the coin. You want to make sure you're working with someone who knows the value and will offer you a fair price. We'll go through all the options in just a second, but before I get there, let me ask you this: are you ready to take the next step toward a more secure financial future? Don't go anywhere because, at the very end of this video, I'm going to share with you a secret tip that can help you get even more for your rare pennies when selling them. Trust me, you won't want to miss this final piece of advice. Stay with me. We've covered a lot today, and now it's time for you to take action. If you think you might have a 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny sitting in your collection, now is the time to dig it out and get it evaluated. This rare coin is worth more than just its face value. If you're ready to cash in and possibly live the life you've always dreamed of, there's no better time than right now. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Check your coins today, and you could be on your way to a major payday. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment if you found this information useful. And don't forget to share this video with friends who need to know about their hidden treasures. I'll see you next time with more tips on rare and valuable coins. This script plays on excitement, urgency, and the fear of missing out, while maintaining a steady flow and anticipation. The pattern interrupts like humor, cliffhangers, and actionable advice keep the audience engaged throughout the 10-minute video. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Do you have a 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny lying around in your collection, or perhaps just hidden in a drawer somewhere? What if I told you that little coin, worth just 1 cent at face value, could be worth up to $1.4 million? That's right. It could be the ticket to a new lifestyle, living your dreams and leaving behind the financial worries that so many people face. You don't want to miss what comes next, because I'm about to show you exactly how you could turn this tiny, seemingly insignificant penny into a life-changing fortune. Welcome back to the channel, folks. If you're new here, I'm thrilled to have you. If you're a returning subscriber, you know the drill. We dive deep into valuable coins, rare finds, and the untold stories of how these treasures can change lives. Today, we're focusing on a coin that might just be hidden in your collection, the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You'll learn why this coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined, and how you could cash in big. Stick around till the end because I've got a few shocking revelations that could change everything you thought you knew about the world of rare coins. Trust me, you'll want to hear about how this rare penny could be worth a fortune. Let's jump right in. So why does this 1980 penny, which you might find in a pile of change, stand out? Simple, it's all about the mint mark. Let me break it down for you. Every year, the U.S. Mint releases coins with specific mint marks, indicating where they were produced. Pennies that carry a mint mark, like D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco, are relatively common. But here's where it gets crazy: 1980 pennies without a mint mark are much rarer than you'd think. They weren't meant to be distributed in such high numbers. Only a small batch of these coins made it into circulation, which means that over the years, fewer and fewer of them have survived, and when it comes to rare coins, the fewer there are, the higher their value. There are only a limited number of these pennies out there, which means that collectors are on the lookout for them, and that demand drives up the price. Let's talk dollars and cents, because $1.4 million is not a number I throw around lightly. In fact, the current market value for the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can range significantly, but here's the catch: it's rarely sold for less than $100,000 in good condition, and well-maintained examples have been known to fetch up to $1.4 million at auction. That's not a typo, it's a $1 million penny, but here's where it gets even juicier: the market is changing every day. The longer you hold onto this coin, the more its value could increase. That's the beauty of rare coins: they don't just stay static, they tend to appreciate over time. So, if you have one of these pennies, your investment could be growing while you wait for the perfect buyer. Alright, I can already hear you asking, how can I even tell if I have one? Well, it's simple but requires a little attention to detail. Start by checking the front of the penny for the absence of a mint mark. If there's no D or S under the date, you're already on the right track. And now, let's talk about condition. Condition is key when it comes to selling your coin. The higher the grade, the more money you can make. Look for pennies that have minimal wear and tear. These are the ones that will catch the attention of serious collectors. Is it shiny? Is the detail clear and sharp? Is there any noticeable damage? The better the condition, the higher the price, but don't worry if you're not an expert. There are professional coin graders out there who can assess your penny for you, and they can give you a much clearer picture of its potential value. Okay, here's where the urgency kicks in. You're sitting on a potential fortune, but every day that goes by, more and more collectors are searching for this elusive coin. If you've got a 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, you need to act fast because these pennies are becoming rarer as time goes on. But here's the crazy part: many of these pennies are still sitting in people's homes right now. Maybe you've heard about this coin before, or maybe you just stumbled upon this video. Either way, don't let this opportunity pass you by. I'll tell you right now, some of these pennies have already been scooped up for 7 figures. You might be sitting on a goldmine, and if you don't act now, someone else will cash in on it. Now, I know you're wondering, how do I sell this coin? Who do I go to? How can I make sure I'm getting the best price? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into right after a quick break, but let me leave you with this: don't wait. Time is running out. The longer you wait, the fewer of these coins will be out there, and the harder it'll be to find the right buyer willing to pay top dollar. In the next segment, I'm going to reveal the top places where you can sell your rare coins, and I'll even show you how to spot potential scams, because unfortunately, there are some people out there who would love to take advantage of you. But don't worry, I've got you covered. So, hit that subscribe button and stay with me for a deep dive into how you can cash in on your coin and live that dream life. Stick around, folks, this is just getting good. Now, just before we jump into where you can sell, let me ask you this: if you could sell your penny for $1.4 million, what would you do with that money? Travel the world? Pay off debts? Or maybe retire early and live the life you've always dreamed of? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you don't miss the next part of the video where I reveal the step-by-step process for selling your rare penny for top dollar. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and wondered if it's worth more than just its face value? Imagine holding a single coin worth millions of dollars, just sitting there, unnoticed. Well, today I'm about to reveal a 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $1.5 million. That's right. A penny, a coin most people throw into their loose change jar without a second thought, could change your life forever. And now, before you dismiss this as another one in a million story, stick around, because what I'm about to show you will open your eyes to a hidden world of rare coins, and you might just have one in your own collection. Stick with me till the end, because trust me, you won't want to miss out on the huge opportunity that could be staring you in the face. Okay, let's get real for a second. In today's world, everyone's looking for ways to get ahead financially. Whether it's the stock market, real estate, or even cryptocurrency, the buzz is always about the next big thing. But what if I told you there's a world of wealth hidden in your pockets, in the form of rare pennies? And not just any pennies, 2016 no mint mark Lincoln pennies, worth up to $1.50 million, yeah, that's right, $1.5 million for a penny. You probably think I'm joking, but this coin has a bizarre rarity that makes it insanely valuable. You won't find it easily, but I'll show you exactly what makes it so rare and how you can turn your pennies into a small fortune. How often do you find yourself just tossing pennies into your spare change jar or passing them up when you're out shopping? Pretty often, right? We've all done it. But here's where it gets interesting. What if that penny you threw away or overlooked could have been the one worth a small fortune? It's time to start looking at those pennies with a whole new perspective. The 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a regular penny, it's part of a very specific era. When most people hear about rare coins, they immediately think of vintage pennies or those with unusual features. And sure, vintage pennies are certainly valuable, but this one is different. The 2016 penny is rare for a completely unexpected reason. Typically, every U.S. coin produced has a mint mark, showing where it was made. But in 2016, for reasons no one really understands, a number of pennies were struck without a mint mark at all, making them extremely unique. To make this even crazier, a lot of people didn't realize what they had, which is why many of these coins still sit in people's collections, completely unappreciated. And that, my friends, is your golden opportunity. Worth $1.5 million? This has to be a scam. Well, let me tell you, this is the real deal. And if you're not paying attention to coins like this, you could be missing out on a life-changing opportunity. There are people just like you, maybe even people in your own neighborhood, who stumbled upon one of these rare coins and turned it into millions. The longer you wait, the less chance you have of finding one, or worse, someone else might already have found it. So, what's the next step in making sure you don't miss out on this incredible fortune? Stay tuned, because in just a minute, I'll show you exactly how you can spot a 2016 no mint mark penny and what to do with it once you find one. You won't believe how simple it is to find if you know what you're looking for. And now, before we dive into the how of finding your $1 million penny, let's talk for a second. We all know that feeling when we're going through our spare change and find a rare penny, only to realize it's a 1997 that's worth, well, about 1 cent. But what if I told you that there's a penny out there with a huge payoff? Talk about a game changer. Stick with me, and I'll tell you exactly what to look for, so you don't have to be disappointed next time. Now that I've got your attention, let's dive into what makes the 2016 no mint mark penny so valuable. First of all, these coins are a rare error. The U.S. Mint typically places a mint mark on coins produced at specific mints, like the Denver Mint or the Philadelphia Mint. But in 2016, due to an error in production, a batch of pennies came out without any mint mark at all. Flip the coin over and look for any mint mark. If you don't see the D for Denver or the P for Philadelphia, then you're looking at a no mint mark penny. Condition matters. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. If your penny is in mint or near mint condition, you're looking at potentially thousands of dollars, or more. Here's where things get interesting. These pennies are scarce, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. If you find one, it could be worth thousands of dollars in the right condition. But don't just take my word for it. There are real examples of these pennies selling for up to $1.5 million. Now, I know you're probably thinking, I need to find one of those. Well, I'm about to show you how. The clock is ticking. While these coins are still out there, the longer you wait, the fewer chances you have to find one. If you're serious about turning your pennies into cash, it's time to start checking every penny you own, and fast. Don't let this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity slip through your fingers. Every moment you wait could mean missing the boat on a life-changing windfall. And now, you're probably wondering, what's next? How do I sell my penny once I find it? Stick around, because in the next segment, I'll reveal the best places to sell your 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny and how to get top dollar for it. And trust me, you'll want to know the right strategy to make sure you don't get taken advantage of. This is where things get exciting, so don't go anywhere, alright? Now you know how to spot a 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny and why it's worth up to $1.5 million. But remember, this is a rare opportunity, and time is of the essence. Start checking your coins now, because this could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. If you find one, you could be looking at a huge payout. Don't wait, get started today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on how you can turn your spare change into a fortune. Are you sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, just a penny, could be worth up to $1.6 million? Keep watching, because the 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny could be the key to changing your financial future. You heard that right, $1.6 million. So if you've got old pennies lying around, or if you're wondering if that old coin jar in your attic is more than just spare change, this video is for you. But before you dismiss it, let me ask you this: what if your next move could make you a millionaire overnight? Or what if your failure to act might leave you with nothing but regret? We're talking about rare coins, pennies that could make you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. And I'm not just talking about any penny. I'm talking about the 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. But before I tell you how this penny could be worth a fortune, let's take a deep dive into what makes this specific penny so valuable and why you need to be paying attention. Let's start with the basics. The 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny was struck during the United States bicentennial year, a year packed with patriotic energy and celebrations. But here's the twist: it's not just the year that makes this penny valuable. It's the unique features that make it stand out from the crowd. Most pennies from 1976 are common and worth, well, nothing more than 1 cent. But the 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny is different. This penny has a distinctive mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Denver Mint. Over the years, this particular penny has become a rarity due to a production error. When coins like these are struck with minting mistakes such as doubling or incorrect stamping, they become highly sought after by collectors and can drive the price through the roof. And while most people are tossing their pennies into jars, others are cashing in on these rare finds for big bucks. So, how much are we talking? I mean, $1.6 million for a penny sounds like something out of a dream, right? But in the world of rare coin collecting, it's not that far-fetched. Take a look at other examples from history. A 1943 copper penny recently sold for $1.7 million. A 1944 steel penny? That one fetched over $1.5 million. And these aren't just stories, these are real transactions. Real people, just like you, making life-changing money from their coin collections. But the 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny stands out. In fact, some of the rarest versions of this penny can fetch anywhere from $500,000 to $1.6 million at auction, depending on its condition, rarity, and any unique errors it might have. So, are you holding on to one of these hidden treasures? Now, you're probably wondering, how do I find one of these rare pennies? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? First things first, not every 1976 penny will be worth that kind of money. But here's the good news: finding a rare penny doesn't require a treasure map or a metal detector. It just takes a little knowledge and some time. Finding rare coins is a bit like being a detective. You need to know what to look for. Are there noticeable mint errors? Double stamps? Weird imperfections? If you're not looking closely, you could miss your chance at becoming a millionaire. Let's say you found one of these golden opportunities, a 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny in great condition. What now? Should you sell it immediately, or wait for the market to grow? The first thing you should do is get it appraised by a professional. Don't just take your coin to the local pawn shop or, worse, throw it back into your jar. You want to make sure you're getting the true value of that rare find. Believe it or not, coin values have been increasing over time. But market conditions can change in a heartbeat. There's a sense of urgency here: if you wait too long, you might miss your chance to sell at the right price. Once your coin is appraised, you'll have a few options. You can sell it directly to a collector or auction house, or you could hold on to it in hopes of a bigger payout down the road. But don't sit on it for too long. Rare coins like the 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny can sell for big money, and sometimes the longer you wait, the less likely it is to hit those sky-high prices. Let's face it, most of us aren't sitting on $1.6 million in cash. But for those of us with rare coins, like the 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, this is a real chance to change your life. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money. Pay off debts? Travel the world? Live a life of freedom and luxury? Imagine waking up and realizing you've got a fortune in your pocket, just waiting to be sold. Now, think about this, you could miss out if you don't act quickly. Coin collectors are out there hunting for these treasures, and if you let yours slip away, the next person will profit from it. Should you be cashing in your pennies? How can you make sure that your coins are the ones bringing in that big payout? You'll want to stick around for the next part of the video, where I reveal how to properly assess your 1976 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny for errors, and the steps you need to take to ensure you get top dollar when you sell it. Because if you don't know how to spot a rare coin from a regular one, you could be leaving money on the table. Don't let that happen to you. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket change worth millions of dollars. Sounds like a dream, right? But for some, that dream is a reality. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of the 1968 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right, a penny from 1968 that's worth up to $1.7 million. Stick around, because I'll show you how to recognize this rare gem, what makes it so valuable, and how you can cash in on your own hidden treasure. But the clock is ticking, let's get into it. Before we talk about the 1968 Lincoln penny, let's understand the basics. Why are some coins worth pennies, and others worth millions? It's a combination of factors: rarity, condition, historical significance, and sometimes, a bit of pure luck. Coins with low mintage numbers, defects, or errors can be worth far more than their face value. In fact, many coins that were once thought to be worthless are now the talk of the numismatic world. Imagine your pocket change turning into a retirement fund. It happens, and it can happen to you, but here's the catch. Most people don't even realize what they have until it's too late. Now, let's get to the 1968 Lincoln penny. This specific penny, minted in San Francisco, is one of the most sought-after coins in the world. But why? The 1968 was part of the transition period when the U.S. was switching from the large, copper-heavy pennies to the smaller, copper-plated zinc coins. Because of that transition, there were only a limited number of 1968 pennies minted, making them rarer than most people realize. So, how do you tell if your 1968 Lincoln penny is one of the rare, valuable ones? That's where things get interesting. Here's where the excitement builds. The 1968 penny's value comes down to its condition and a rare variety of mint errors. If your 1968 penny has a sharp, clean strike with minimal wear, it's likely worth a lot more than you think. But what really puts the 1968 at the top of the coin collector's list is the presence of a specific error, the 1968 doubled die obverse. This error involves a doubling of the letters and numbers on the obverse, front, of the coin. This happened because of an issue during the minting process, and it's extremely rare. A mint state coin with this error can fetch up to $1.7 million at auction. Yes, you read that right, $1.7 million. Imagine finding one of these sitting in your collection or tucked away in a drawer for decades. Could you retire today? Okay, let's break it down so you can check your own pennies. Grab your magnifying glass, and let's do some detective work. The most important thing to look for is the doubling on the words Liberty and In God We Trust on the front of the penny. If you notice a blurry or ghosted effect where the letters are doubled, you've got the error that could make your penny worth millions. Remember, the condition is just as important. A well-preserved 1968 penny can be worth significantly more than one that's worn down. So, hold on to that penny with care. If it looks like it's been through decades of wear and tear, don't throw it away just yet. Now, you're probably wondering, who's buying these rare coins, and how do I find them? The answer is simple: serious collectors and investors. The world of rare coins is full of passionate buyers, and the 1968 Lincoln penny is at the top of many collectors' wish lists. You might think that this market is niche, but it's bigger than you think. Here's a little secret for you: investors are actively looking for these rare coins because they're a safe and profitable investment. Many investors are turning to rare coins as a hedge against inflation, and they're willing to pay top dollar for valuable pieces like the 1968 penny. But here's the catch: if you don't act now, you might miss out on a rare opportunity. The market is growing, and prices are climbing, but it's a fast-moving game. If you find one of these rare pennies, don't wait. Get it appraised and start negotiating with buyers who understand its worth. Let's talk numbers. A 1968 penny with the doubled die error recently sold for over $1.7 million at a prestigious auction. Can you believe that? All for a penny. Think about that for a second. That's more than most people make in an entire lifetime, But how do you sell your rare coins for top dollar? Simple: auction houses, specialized dealers, and even online platforms dedicated to coin sales. The key is knowing where to sell and when to sell. Don't just settle for a quick sale at a local pawn shop. Do your research, find the right buyer, and don't be afraid to negotiate. And here's a little insider tip: if you've got a coin with potential, don't wait for the market to dip. The demand for rare coins is only going up, so get your 1968's penny appraised now and start looking for the right buyer. Timing is everything. Before you rush off to cash in on your newfound fortune, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, get your penny graded by a professional coin grading service. This will give you an accurate assessment of its value. Second, don't sell to just anyone. Do your research. Look for reputable dealers and auction houses with a track record of successful sales. If you play your cards right, your 1968's Lincoln penny could be the ticket to living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. But here's the most important thing you need to know before you make that sale. Stay tuned, because in the next video, I'm revealing the top mistakes coin sellers make and how you can avoid them to ensure you're getting top dollar for your coins. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe now, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you've learned something today, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who might have a hidden treasure of their own. Are you sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it? No, I'm not talking about buried treasure, but something you probably have sitting around in your spare change right now. Imagine this: you've got a 1988 mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, I'll show you how an ordinary penny could change your life, and why you need to act fast if you want to cash in on this rare coin. Stay tuned, because the next few minutes could completely change how you look at your collection and maybe even your bank account. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about valuable, rare coins and how you can sell them for serious money. You won't believe the crazy numbers some of these pennies are fetching in today's market. Whether you're a collector or just someone who stumbles across change in your pockets, you need to stick around for this. What I'm about to share could make you a small fortune, or at least enough to make that dream vacation a reality. Now, let's get right into it. You've probably heard of the 1988 Lincoln penny, a seemingly regular coin that's sitting quietly in circulation. But here's the kicker: a few of these coins are actually worth up to $1.8 million. I don't blame you. But stick with me, because you'll want to grab your magnifying glass after this. Building the value of the coin. The 1988 mint mark Lincoln penny isn't the first coin to catch people's attention, but it's certainly one of the most surprising. So why is it so valuable? It all comes down to two factors: rarity and error. You see, not all 1988 pennies are worth that jaw-dropping price, but some are. There are specific errors in minting that make these pennies extremely rare. And when it comes to rare coins, rarity equals value. The 1988 pennies with die errors, double dies, or even misprints are the ones commanding big bucks. These errors are nearly impossible to spot unless you know exactly what to look for, but don't worry, I'm going to show you how to find them. And believe me, once you know what you're looking for, the value of that penny could send your heart racing. Teaching the audience how to identify the rare pennies. How do you know if you've got a goldmine in your hands? Well, it starts with examining the details. Look closely at the D mint mark on the penny. A good 1988 penny will have a clear, distinct D. But some errors, like a double die, could make the D look a little off. If the mint mark looks blurry or doubled, you've found something special. Next, pay attention to the overall condition of the coin. If it's in mint state with little to no wear, it's worth a lot more. The more pristine it is, the higher its value. Keep in mind, collectors will pay top dollar for coins that look like they've never seen the light of day. And now, I know what you're thinking: how do I know if I've got one of these magical pennies? You're probably checking your wallet right now, and hey, if you find one, don't come back and thank me later, just invite me to the yacht party. Kidding, unless you want to, but seriously, let's dive into more of these details because this penny could be worth more than your last 3 years of car payments combined. Here's where things get really exciting. The 1988 penny might seem like a standard coin at first glance, but when you look closer, you'll see that the mistakes in minting have created a small but powerful market for these coins. In fact, collectors are paying big money for these rare finds because they're so difficult to come by. There's also something about owning a coin with a unique story, a coin that could have slipped through the cracks unnoticed for years. The value doesn't just come from rarity, it's about demand. People want these coins because of their historical significance and scarcity. And here's the kicker, there's not a ton of these pennies floating around anymore, so the fewer there are, the more you can ask for them. But here's the catch, if you wait too long, those pennies might end up in the hands of someone else who knows what they're worth. Time is ticking, and every day you delay could mean a missed opportunity for a substantial payout. So, by now you should have a pretty good idea of why this 1988 D penny is such a big deal. But here's the juicy part, how do you actually sell your coin for top dollar? And how can you make sure you're getting the best deal without getting ripped off? Stay tuned because the next part will show you exactly how to make a deal that'll have you laughing all the way to the bank. Okay, now that you know how to spot a valuable 1988 D penny, let's talk about how you can actually sell it. The last thing you want is to sell it for far less than it's worth. First, find a reputable coin dealer or auction house that specializes in rare coins. Make sure they're recognized within the numismatic community. Don't be tempted to take a lowball offer from just anyone. Next, get the coin professionally graded. This is key. If it's in mint condition, having it graded will confirm its value and help you get the best offer. You can send your coin to companies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to authenticate its value. Once graded, you'll have a solid backing for your asking price. Now, don't wait until your penny turns into a collector's item that someone else scoops up. The market is shifting constantly, and those pennies are in high demand right now. Prices fluctuate, and if you wait too long, you could miss out on the big payday. To wrap things up, the 1988 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny may seem like a small piece of change, but it holds the potential for a massive return. With the right knowledge and timing, you could sell it for up to $1.80 million. So, start going through your pennies, grab a magnifying glass, and get to work. If you've got a rare 1988 D penny, now is the time to act before someone else beats you to the punch. Imagine this, a simple penny hiding in your pocket could change your life forever. Yes, a single coin. Did you know that the 1964 D Lincoln penny is currently valued at up to $1.1 million? You could be holding onto a fortune without even knowing it. But here's the kicker, this opportunity won't last forever. Stay with me, and I'll tell you exactly why this penny is so valuable, how to identify one, and why collectors are paying insane amounts for it. And trust me, you don't want to miss the one mistake that could cost you thousands. Now, before you start digging through your coin jars, let's talk about why this 1964 D Lincoln penny stands out. This isn't just any ordinary penny. It's a rare combination of history, minting errors, and high collector demand. Here's the exciting part, most people have no idea how to spot these treasures. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. But let's not jump ahead just yet. Quick question, how many pennies have you tossed into a fountain for good luck? What if one of those pennies was worth $1 million? Feeling a little nervous now? Don't worry, I've got you covered. First, let's dive into the history. The 1964 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and it's significant because of the sheer volume of coins produced that year. Over 3 billion pennies were minted, but here's the twist, many of them came with subtle errors. These errors are what separate the ordinary pennies from the million-dollar treasures. But what are these errors, and why are they worth so much? Hang tight. I'll show you in just a moment. Alright, let's talk errors. The 1964 D penny is famous for having rare double die obverse, which means the lettering and design elements appear doubled. This happens when the die strikes the coin twice, slightly off alignment. It's a small detail, but collectors are willing to pay huge premiums for it. And here's the fun part, it's something you can spot with just a basic magnifying glass. Don't have a magnifying glass? Don't worry, a pair of reading glasses works too. Just don't blame me if you start looking at every penny you see from now on. But how do you know if your coin is authentic? And what about the condition? Don't let a tiny scratch cost you thousands. I'll explain everything in a second. The importance of coin grading condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A pristine, uncirculated 1964 D penny with visible errors can fetch over $1 million at auction. But if it's scratched, worn, or damaged, its value drops significantly. This is where professional grading comes in. Experts at companies like PCGS or NGC examine your coin under controlled conditions and assign it a grade. Higher grades equal higher payouts. Pro tip: don't ever clean your coin. I know it's tempting, but cleaning it can ruin its value. And trust me, you don't want to make that mistake. So, why are collectors willing to drop $1 million on a penny? It all comes down to scarcity and demand. As more people realize the value of these coins, the competition to own one skyrockets. And here's the urgent part: there's only a limited number of these valuable pennies left in circulation. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to find one. But what if you do find one? What's the next step? I'll tell you exactly how to sell it for the highest price in just a moment. How to sell your 1964D penny. Let's talk strategy. If you think you have a valuable penny, the first step is to authenticate and grade it. Once that's done, you can list it on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or even attend live auctions. And here's a little secret: don't accept the first offer you get. Negotiation is key, and with the right buyer, you could walk away with life-changing money. Imagine walking into the bank with a deposit slip for $1 million, all from a penny. Sounds surreal, doesn't it? Alright, here's your action plan. Go through your old jars, check your pocket change, and inspect every penny you come across. You might just strike gold or copper, in this case. Don't wait. That penny sitting in your drawer could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. But here's the final question: are you ready to find it? The clock is ticking. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more life-changing tips on rare coins and hidden treasures. Who knows, your next big find could be right around the corner. Imagine holding a penny in your hand, something so ordinary, yet it could be worth a life-changing $1.2 million. Yes, $1.20 million. Could it be sitting in your pocket right now? Well, stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, we're uncovering why this seemingly simple 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is turning everyday people into millionaires. But hurry, time is money, and this opportunity might slip through your fingers if you don't act fast. Welcome back to our channel, where we help you turn forgotten coins into treasures. Today's star is the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. If you've got a jar of pennies lying around or some tucked away in an old drawer, you'll want to stick around, because this coin could fund your dream lifestyle: a new car, a luxury vacation, or even an early retirement. But here's the catch: most people don't even know they have it, and fewer know what makes it so valuable. Don't be the person who lets a fortune slip by unnoticed. Now, let's dive into why this penny is worth its weight in gold, or rather, worth more than 1,000 times its weight in gold. Unlike most pennies minted at Philadelphia that year, this coin is missing the P-mint mark. It was a minting error, a mistake so rare that it has collectors and investors scrambling to get their hands on one. Here's the kicker: these errors are unintentional, making them highly valuable in the numismatic world. Think about it: a mistake turned into a masterpiece. It's like finding a misprinted dollar bill that collectors go wild for. And just so you know, some of these pennies have already sold at auctions for up to $1.2 million. Now, let me ask you, wouldn't you want to be the next person cashing in? By the way, if you're thinking, nah, I probably don't have one, stop right there. That's what the last guy said before he found a penny in his couch cushions and walked away with 6 figures. So maybe check your couch too: you might find more than just loose change and a half-eaten cookie. So, how do you know if you've struck gold, or in this case, copper? First, grab your magnifying glass. Check the date. If you see 1990 with no mint mark under the date, you're in business. But that's not all. You'll want to look for key signs of authenticity, such as clear and crisp lettering, no signs of tampering, and the overall condition of the coin. If it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, you're looking at the jackpot. Even coins with slight wear can still be worth thousands, but here's a pro tip: take your coin to a trusted appraiser or grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies authenticate and grade coins, giving you an official certificate of its value. And trust me, that little certificate can turn a $1,000 coin into a $1 million masterpiece. Now, what if you find one? What's the fastest way to turn it into cash, and how can you avoid scams? I'll reveal the exact steps you need to take, but first, let's talk about why time is of the essence. Here's the reality: the value of rare coins like this depends on demand, and demand can fluctuate. Right now, collectors are on the hunt for this coin. But as more are discovered, the market could become saturated, and the price may drop. This is why acting quickly is crucial. Waiting could mean the difference between retiring early or simply saying, "I almost made it." Don't wait until it's too late. Let's be real: if you're still on the fence about digging through your old coin collection, think about this. How many times have you wasted hours scrolling social media? What if you spent just 10 minutes looking through your coins and found $1,000,000? Sounds like a better return on investment to me. Alright, you found your 1990 no mint mark penny, congratulations. Now, here's how to cash in. First, avoid pawn shops. They'll lowball you faster than you can say rare coin. Instead, head to a reputable auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. These places specialize in rare coins and have a network of serious buyers willing to pay top dollar. Another option? Online marketplaces like eBay. Just be sure to set a reserve price to protect yourself from undervaluing your coin. And always do your research. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's also money. Now, before you rush off to check your coins, let me leave you with this: there are even rarer coins out there worth even more. Could you have one of those hiding in plain sight? If you want to find out what they are and how to spot them, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we've got more millionaire making coins coming your way. Remember, the clock is ticking, and every second you wait could be another missed opportunity. So, what are you waiting for? Start digging through those jars and drawers. You could be holding your ticket to financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share this video with friends and family. You never know, someone you know might have the next $1,000,000 coin. Could that old penny in your drawer be worth a life-changing $1.3 million? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal how one specific 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny could skyrocket your bank account and transform your life. The penny fades into an image of a luxurious home, sports cars, and tropical vacations. Imagine living a lifestyle where you never have to check your bank account before splurging on that dream vacation or upgrading to your dream home. All of this could start with something as small as a penny. Yes, really, a single penny. But here's the catch: not all 1989 pennies are created equal. And if you don't know what to look for, you could be throwing away a fortune without even realizing it. Let me show you what makes this penny worth more than $1,000,000 and how you can find one yourself. Before we get into the details, though, quick question: when was the last time you actually checked the date on a penny? Or are you like most people who just toss it in a jar, hoping it magically multiplies like rabbits? Let's get into the details. The 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But here's where things get interesting: errors during production can drastically increase a coin's value. The first thing to look for is whether your 1989 penny has no mint mark beneath the date. If it doesn't, that's a good start. But the real goldmine lies in certain rare minting errors, such as double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors make collectors drool and auction prices soar into the millions. Basically, think of these minting errors like typos, but typos that make your bank account scream, jackpot. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone pay over $1,000,000 for a penny? It all comes down to scarcity, demand, and historical significance. Serious coin collectors and investors are always on the hunt for rare, high-quality coins. And because the 1989 no mint mark penny with errors is so scarce, collectors are willing to pay top dollar, sometimes over $1 million, to get their hands on one. But here's the twist: many people unknowingly own these rare pennies. Could you be sitting on a hidden treasure right now? Don't go anywhere, because I'll show you how to identify these coins in just a moment. Ready to play treasure hunter? Here's exactly how to check if your 1989 penny is worth a fortune. First, grab a magnifying glass or a loupe, yes, the kind jewelers use. You're going to need it. Step 1, look for the no mint mark under the date. Step 2, check for doubling on the letters Liberty or In God We Trust. Step 3, look for signs of errors, like off-center strikes or visible cracks in the design. These are the telltale signs that your penny might be $1,000,000 gem. And remember, if you're squinting at the coin so hard you look like a detective in a crime show, you're doing it right. Now, here's the important part: if you find a rare 1989 penny, don't just rush to the nearest pawn shop. You could be losing tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of dollars. Instead, follow these steps. Have your coin professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Step 2. Research auction houses that specialize in rare coins. Step 3. Market your coin to collectors, either online or through auctions. But before you sell, there's one critical mistake that could ruin your chances of cashing in big time. I'll tell you what it is in just a moment. The biggest mistake you can make is cleaning your coin. Yes, I know you want it to look shiny and new, but cleaning a rare coin destroys its value. Collectors want authenticity, not polish. So, if you've got an old penny that looks like it survived a world war, congratulations, that's exactly what collectors want. Now, it's your turn to take action. Dig through those old jars, check under the couch cushions, and don't forget to ask your family and friends. That forgotten 1989 penny could be your ticket to financial freedom. And if you find one, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your success story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss more tips on how to turn pocket change into life-changing wealth. Your millionaire moment could be just one penny away. Alright, everyone, picture this: you're digging around in the couch cushions, looking for the TV remote or maybe a couple of quarters for the vending machine. You find a penny. It's got some dirt on it. It's nothing special, right? Wrong. What if I told you that penny could be worth $1.6 million? Yeah, you heard me right, a penny, just like the ones rattling around in your car's cup holder or hanging out at the bottom of your purse. Today, we're diving into one of the most valuable coins you might already own, the 1988 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this little copper beauty worth more than most houses. Oh, and stick around, because I'll also share a story about how I almost literally gave away a coin that turned out to be worth hundreds of dollars. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Alright, let's get into it. First, what makes the 1988 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny so special? At first glance, it looks like any other penny. You've got Abraham Lincoln doing his thing on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and that tiny D under the date. That D stands for the Denver Mint, by the way, but here's the kicker: it's not just any 1988 penny. The ones that are worth the big bucks have a very specific error or variation. Coin collectors call it a transitional die error. Basically, when the U.S. Mint was switching up designs, a few pennies got stamped with the wrong design die. It's like using the wrong mold for cookies, except instead of a tasty mistake, you get $1 million coin. And now, let's talk about how to spot one. Grab your magnifying glass, or, let's be real, your smartphone with the zoom function, and take a close look at the reverse side. Check out the FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial. On the rare coins, the font of these initials is slightly different because they used the wrong die. It's subtle, but hey, subtle mistakes are worth millions in the coin world. So, you're probably wondering, what's the current market value? Well, drumroll please, $1.6 million. That's not pocket change. That's life-changing money. A penny turning into $1 million? It's like winning the weirdest lottery ever. And now, here's a fun story to drive this home. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my junk drawer. You know, the one filled with random batteries, receipts, and rubber bands that look like they've seen better days. I found this old penny, and for a second, I thought about tossing it. But then I remembered a video I saw about rare coins and decided to look it up. Spoiler alert, it wasn't a $1.6 million penny. But it was worth $250, which paid for a pretty nice dinner. Moral of the story? Never underestimate the junk in your junk drawer. Alright, folks, here's the deal: that old penny sitting in your jar, or the one you almost handed to the cashier at the gas station, could be a 1988 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny worth $1.6 million. The key is paying attention to those tiny details. A magnifying glass, a little patience, and some research can turn you into a treasure hunter. And now, before you go running to check your couch cushions, here's my challenge for you. Go grab all your spare change, look for that 1988 D penny, and let me know in the comments if you find one or if you think you might have another rare coin. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips and stories to help you turn pocket change into serious cash. Don't miss out, you could be sitting on a fortune. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next time someone tells you, it's just a penny, you can say, not so fast, it might just buy me a mansion. Stop what you're doing right now. You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. That 2017 D Lincoln penny in your pocket or jar might just be worth up to $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.5 million. And the clock is ticking to find out before it's too late. Want to know if you've struck gold? Stay tuned, because I'm about to reveal the secrets behind this valuable coin and how you can cash in big. Imagine this, you're digging through an old drawer, and tucked away is a penny that could change your life forever. Exciting, right? But here's the scary part, most people have no idea that some coins are worth more than their weight in gold. You could be walking past a jackpot every single day. In this video, I'll not only explain why the 2017 D Lincoln penny is so valuable, but also how to identify if your coin is the one collectors are willing to pay millions for. By the end, you'll know if you're holding onto a ticket to a wealthier lifestyle. The story behind the 2017 D penny. Let's start with a little history. The 2017 D penny was minted in Denver as part of the celebration of Abraham Lincoln's legacy. While billions of these pennies were produced, there's a rare handful with unique features that make them unbelievably valuable. These coins were struck with errors, yes, mistakes made during the minting process. And here's the kicker, collectors love these errors because they're one of a kind. The more unusual, the higher the value. Are you already wondering if yours could be one of them? Hold that thought. Quick question, when was the last time you actually looked at a penny? Be honest. Most of us toss them aside without a second glance. But after this, you'll never see pennies the same way again. Alright, let's get into the specifics. What exactly makes some 2017 D pennies worth up to $1.5 million? It comes down to rare minting errors. The most valuable ones have features like double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or the lettering appears doubled. Off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned. Die cracks, which look like tiny veins across the coin's surface. Now here's a pro tip, look closely at the lettering, the date, and Lincoln's profile. These are the areas where errors are most likely to appear. Even the tiniest flaw can skyrocket your penny's value. But how do you know if your penny is the real deal? Don't worry, I'll show you exactly what to look for in just a moment. Grab a magnifying glass and your 2017 D penny, yes, go get it right now. I'll wait. Got it? Great. Now, here's what you're looking for. Inspect the edges for any unusual marks or cuts. If you spot any of these, congratulations. You might be holding onto a penny worth more than your car or even your house. Pattern interrupt, and hey, don't just rely on your eyes. Imagine squinting at a tiny detail and thinking, is this an error, or am I just seeing things? Invest in a good coin magnifier, it could be the best $10 you ever spend. Now, here's where the urgency comes in. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever, and collectors are paying top dollar for unique finds. But the truth is, this window of opportunity won't last forever. As more people catch on, the competition will only grow fiercer. Waiting too long could mean missing out on the payday of a lifetime. And let's be honest, do you really want to take that risk? But where do you sell a penny worth $1.5 million? Don't worry, I'll guide you through the best places to cash in next. How to sell your rare penny. Selling a rare coin isn't as simple as walking into your local bank. Here's what you need to do: take your coin to a certified numismatist to verify its authenticity, have it graded. The higher the grade, the more valuable it becomes. Grading agencies like PCGS or NGC can handle this. Find the right marketplace. Rare coin auctions like heritage auctions or online platforms like eBay are where collectors are willing to spend big, and don't forget, presentation matters. A well-preserved coin in a protective case will fetch a much higher price. Quick thought: would you trust a random buyer on Craigslist with a $1.5 million penny? Yeah, neither would I. Stick to the pros. Here's a fear many people have: what if I sell my penny for too little? Or worse, what if I get scammed? These are valid concerns, but with the right steps, you can avoid both. Arm yourself with knowledge, work with trusted experts, and remember, this isn't just about the money. It's about taking control of your financial future. Now that you know what to look for and how to sell, the next step is up to you. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Check your coin jars, search through your drawers, and examine every 2017 D penny you can find. Who knows? You might be sitting on $1 million treasure. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share it with friends, and subscribe for more life-changing tips on rare coins. Your dream of a wealthier lifestyle could be just one penny away. By the way, there's another Lincoln penny out there worth even more than this one, and most people don't even know it exists. Want to find out what it is? Stick around for my next video. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Watch this next video to uncover the most expensive penny ever sold. It might just blow your mind. Did you know that one simple penny sitting in your drawer could make you an instant millionaire? That's right. The 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has a current market value of up to $1.6 million. But here's the catch: if you don't know what to look for, you might accidentally spend it at a gas station. In this video, we'll show you how to spot one of these rare gems, why it's so valuable, and how you can cash in. So, grab your pennies, because this could be the most profitable 10 minutes of your life. Let's dive in by understanding what makes the 1985 no-mint mark penny so special. First, let's talk about rarity. Coins without a mint mark are produced at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1985, something extraordinary happened. A batch of Lincoln pennies was struck with an unusual flaw. These coins were produced under pristine conditions with a sharp strike and clean dies, creating an almost perfect coin. Collectors refer to these as error-free, and they pay big money for them. Now here's the kicker: most people don't even realize they have one of these valuable coins. They end up tossed in jars, given as change, or even lost under couch cushions. Imagine losing $1.6 million to your vacuum cleaner. Speaking of vacuums, did you know more money gets lost to vacuum bags every year than you'd believe? Makes you want to double-check your floors, right? But rarity isn't the only thing driving this penny's value. There's something even more shocking that makes this coin a collector's dream. Let's uncover it. The second reason the 1985 no-mint mark penny is so valuable is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. For a 1985 no-mint mark penny to hit $1.6 million, it needs to be in mint-state condition. That means no scratches, no wear, and no discoloration. These coins often go unnoticed because they look like your average penny, but under a microscope, they're flawless. Here's where urgency comes in. Coins like these are getting rarer by the day. Many have been lost or damaged over time, leaving only a handful in pristine condition. Every day you wait to check your collection, you risk missing out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Quick question: have you checked your car's cup holder recently? That graveyard of spare change could be hiding a small fortune. But wait, how do you know if your 1985 penny is the one? Let's break it down. Now, here's what you need to do. First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look at the front of the penny, just below the date. If there's no mint mark, no little D or S, you're off to a good start. Next, check the coin's condition. Does it look shiny and untouched? That's a strong sign it might be valuable. Even if it doesn't look perfect, don't dismiss it. Some coins with minor flaws have still fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. The key is to get it appraised by an expert before making any decisions. But what's the best way to sell your penny and get top dollar? Let me show you. When it comes to selling a rare coin like this, you have a few options. First, reach out to a certified coin dealer. They can evaluate your penny and give you a ballpark estimate of its value. But here's the catch: not all dealers are created equal. Some might lowball you, so it's important to get a second opinion. Another option is to take your penny to auction. Places like heritage auctions or Stacksbauers specialize in rare coins and often fetch record-breaking prices. In fact, the last 1985 no-mint mark penny sold at auction went for over $1.5 million. By the way, if you're feeling nervous about dealing with high-stakes buyers, remember this: you're the one holding the golden ticket, not them. Still unsure if selling is the right move? Here's why timing is everything. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever, but it won't stay that way forever. Collectors are scrambling to get their hands on coins like the 1985 no-mint mark penny, and prices are at an all-time high. But as more coins are discovered, the value could dip. Here's the bottom line: don't let hesitation cost you a life-changing opportunity. Check your collection today, get your penny appraised, and take action. You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips on valuable coins that could change your life. Who knows? The next video might feature the penny sitting in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching, and good luck finding your treasure. This script keeps your audience engaged, blends urgency with excitement, and maintains a seamless flow to maximize watch time. Are you sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it? What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just one, could be worth up to $1.7 million? That's right, today we're talking about the elusive 1975 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could literally change your life. So grab your coin jar, because by the end of this video, you might discover you're holding the key to unimaginable wealth, and trust me, you'll want to stick around because I'm revealing a little-known feature of this penny that collectors are paying a fortune to own. Miss it, and you might just miss your shot at striking it rich. A quick question: when was the last time you actually looked at a penny? You know, instead of just tossing it in the junk change drawer? Well, after this, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. Let's dive into why the 1975 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny is such a hot topic among collectors and why its value is skyrocketing. First, let's talk about what makes it unique. You see, in 1975, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies, but only a few came off the line with very distinct characteristics that make them extremely rare. These details might seem insignificant to the untrained eye, but to a collector? They're worth millions. If you don't know what to look for, you could unknowingly give away a penny worth $1.7 million. Imagine handing it over as change for a coffee or letting it gather dust in your coin jar. That's why it's so important to learn what sets this coin apart. So, what exactly should you be looking for in a 1975 D Lincoln penny? First, let's start with the basics. Look for the D-Mint mark right under the date. This shows it was minted in Denver. But here's the real kicker: it's the specific details in the design and condition that determine its value. For example, any slight error or misprint, like a double die or off-center strike, can send its value through the roof. These so-called minting mistakes are goldmines for collectors. One such error penny sold for over $1.5 million at auction, but what makes this penny worth even more? There's one particular feature that's nearly impossible to spot unless you know exactly what to look for. And I'll reveal that in just a moment, but first, let's talk about the current market for rare coins. The market for rare coins has never been hotter. Collectors are willing to pay insane amounts of money for unique pennies like the 1975 D. Why? Because these coins are not just pieces of history, they're also considered status symbols. Owning a rare penny like this is like having a Picasso hanging in your living room. It's a sign of prestige, and here's where the urgency comes in. As more people discover the value of these coins, competition is increasing. That means the time to act is now. That sounds like something out of a movie. But hey, it's true, and the good news is, you don't need a treasure map to find it. Just a little patience and a sharp eye. Alright, back to that feature I mentioned earlier, the one that makes this penny even more valuable. Some 1975 D pennies have a unique flaw in the copper coating, giving them a slight color variation. This detail is so subtle, most people miss it entirely. But collectors? They'll pay a premium for it. Imagine holding a tiny piece of metal that could instantly transform your bank account. That's the kind of excitement and opportunity we're talking about here, and if you think this penny is valuable now, wait until I tell you what happens when it's in mint state condition. This is where the real money lies. To maximize your penny's value, it needs to be graded by a professional coin grading service. Coins in mint state condition, basically untouched and uncirculated, can fetch hundreds of thousands more than those in worn condition. Even if your penny isn't in perfect shape, it could still be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Don't let its condition discourage you. Get it checked. Speaking of getting your coins checked, when was the last time you had your spare change evaluated? If you haven't, you might want to start today. You could be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Now, let's talk about how to cash in if you find one of these rare pennies. First, you'll want to get it authenticated and graded. Then, you have options. You can sell it at auction, to a private collector, or even through online platforms like eBay. Always consult with an expert before selling. They can help you navigate the market and ensure you get top dollar for your coin. Remember, time is of the essence. The longer you wait, the more competition you'll face, and the harder it will be to secure a buyer willing to pay millions. Before you go, here's something to think about. What if your next penny is the one that changes your life? In fact, the next time you get change at the store, take a second to look. That little moment of effort could lead to a life of luxury and freedom. So, what are you waiting for? Start checking your change, and don't forget to share this video with someone who might be sitting on their own fortune. You could be the reason they uncover a hidden treasure. If you want to learn more about rare coins and how to turn your pocket change into a fortune, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. This is your chance to join a growing community of everyday people discovering wealth in the most unexpected places. Did you know that a single penny sitting in your drawer could be worth more than a luxury car, even more than a house? Yes, a 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny recently shook the coin collecting world with its staggering value of up to $1.8 million. But here's the kicker: many people don't even realize they own one. Are you holding on to a fortune without knowing it? Stick around, and I'll show you how to find out. Time is money, and this video might just change your life. First, let's break this down. What makes the 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so valuable? It's a combination of rarity, condition, and history. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why there's no mint mark. However, due to a rare minting error and a unique metal composition, certain 1991 pennies have become a collector's dream. Think about it, something most people overlook daily is now fetching life-changing amounts. Imagine the excitement of finding one in your pocket right now. Quick question: when's the last time you actually looked at your change? Don't lie. If you're like most people, it's been years. But after today, you'll never see pennies the same way again. Seriously, stop ignoring that jar of coins in the corner. It could be worth millions. Now, let's dive deeper into why these pennies are commanding such sky-high prices. First, it's all about condition. Coins graded as MS68 or higher, meaning nearly flawless, are where the real money is. But here's where it gets interesting: very few of these coins were preserved in mint condition. Most were used in everyday transactions, making pristine examples almost non-existent. Rarity creates demand, and demand drives value. But here's the twist: there's one more factor that could make your 1991 penny even more valuable. I'll reveal that in just a moment. Let's talk about how to identify if your 1991 penny is the jackpot. First, look for the absence of a mint mark under the date. No mint mark? Great, you're on the right track. Next, inspect the coin's surface for any unusual details or errors. Things like doubled letters or unique die cracks can significantly boost its value. Finally, the color matters. Pennies with a deep red tone, known as red pennies, fetch the highest prices. A magnifying glass and good lighting will be your best friends here. And hey, don't start squinting at your pennies just yet. Wait until I explain the biggest mistake people make when trying to sell rare coins. Spoiler, it could cost you thousands. The urgency of selling rare coins now: why the rush? Why should you check your coins right now? The value of rare coins like the 1991 penny can fluctuate based on market trends and collector demand. What's worth $1.8 million today might not be tomorrow. That's why timing is everything. Plus, experts predict that interest in rare pennies is skyrocketing among younger collectors, driving prices even higher, but only for a limited time. Think you've got a 1991 penny worth millions? Don't call just any buyer. In a moment, I'll share a crucial tip that ensures you don't get ripped off. Alright, so you've identified a potential goldmine in your collection. Now what? First, avoid pawn shops and generic coin dealers, they often undervalue rare coins. Instead, get your penny professionally graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC. Their certification adds credibility and ensures you get top dollar. Once graded, you can list your coin at reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or even online platforms like eBay. But here's the catch: be wary of scammers. Always research buyers and read reviews before finalizing any deal. By the way, have you ever wondered why we even bother keeping pennies around? Let's be honest, they're barely worth their weight in copper, unless you've got one like this, of course. Let me leave you with this thought: what if the key to financial freedom was hiding in plain sight, in something as ordinary as a penny? That's the magic of rare coins. They turn the mundane into the extraordinary. So, what are you waiting for? Go grab that jar of change, start hunting, and who knows, you might just uncover a $1.8 million treasure. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video on valuable coins. I'll be revealing even more rare finds that could transform your financial future. And if you found a rare penny or have questions, drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, fortune favors the bold. This is Old Coins Prices, helping you turn your pocket change into a wealthier lifestyle. See you in the next video. Did you know that a simple penny in your pocket could be worth $1.1 million? Yes, you heard that right, a single 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Before you dismiss this as just another coin collecting story, let me ask you this: are you absolutely certain you haven't overlooked a fortune hiding in plain sight? Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how you can identify it, and why time is running out to cash in on this rare treasure. You're cleaning out an old drawer, a jar of coins you haven't touched in years. You spot a 1989 penny and think nothing of it, just another copper coin, right? But what if that one penny is the key to turning your financial dreams into reality? People have unknowingly sold these coins for mere cents, not realizing they were sitting on millions. Let me make this clear: if you have this coin, your life could change in an instant. And if you don't act fast, someone else might cash in on what could have been your jackpot. But wait, before you go sprinting to your penny jar, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why on earth is a penny worth more than a mansion? And how can you make sure you're not holding just another ordinary coin? Don't worry, we'll break it all down, step by step. First, let's get into what makes the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny so special. Typically, pennies are minted with a small letter indicating where they were produced, like a D4 Denver or an S4 San Francisco. But in 1989, a rare error resulted in some pennies being struck without a mint mark. These coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint but lacked the identifying mark, making them incredibly rare. What's even more fascinating is the condition of the coin. A high-grade, untouched penny with this error can fetch upwards of $1.1 million at auction. Imagine holding a coin that was once worth just 1 cent and now being able to trade it for a luxurious home or even early retirement. But here's the kicker: not all 1989 pennies without a mint mark are worth millions. There's a crucial detail that separates a $1.1 million penny from a penny worth, well, a penny. Stick around, because I'll explain exactly what to look for. Alright, here's where we get into the nitty-gritty. To determine if your 1989 penny is the jackpot, you need to check for these key factors. Look closely under the date. If there's no D or S, you might have a contender. Coins graded as MS67 or higher by professionals command top dollar. That means no scratches, no smudges, and definitely no signs of wear. Here's a quick hack: drop the coin. If it makes a high-pitched ping, it might be copper. If it sounds dull, it's likely zinc. Copper variations are far more valuable, but here's the golden rule: never clean the coin. Even a small attempt to polish it can destroy its value. And hey, before you start inspecting your coin under a microscope, let me ask you this: when was the last time you checked your couch cushions? Just saying, some people have found their fortune in the most unexpected places. Now, let me share a true story that might just make your heart race. In 2022, a man in Texas sold a 1989 no-mint mark penny for a whopping $1.1 million at auction. He almost threw it away, thinking it was junk. Imagine if he hadn't checked. Here's the urgent part: rare coins like these only increase in value as time goes on. But there's a catch: the market is competitive, and collectors are snatching up these pennies faster than ever. You don't want to wake up one day and realize the opportunity has passed you by. So, how do you actually sell a coin like this? And how can you avoid scams when dealing with something so valuable? I've got you covered. Keep watching. Let's talk about cashing in. The first step is to get your coin professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate your coin's condition and authenticate its rarity. Once you have your grading certificate, you can list it on auction sites like Heritage Auctions or consult with coin dealers. But be cautious: there are scammers out there who will try to lowball you. Always work with reputable buyers to ensure you get the value you deserve. And hey, if someone offers you $100 for your coin, don't be too polite, laugh them out of the room. This penny is worth millions, not lunch money. Think about what this could mean for you. A single coin sitting in your home could be your ticket to financial freedom, a new house, a dream vacation, or simply the peace of knowing your future is secure. Go through your coins today. Don't wait, don't procrastinate. Every moment you delay is a moment someone else might claim your fortune. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might have coins hiding in their drawers. Who knows, you might just change someone's life. And remember, that penny in your pocket might be worth more than you ever imagined. Don't let it slip through your fingers. This is your chance to turn a penny into $1 million. Will you take it? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. What if I told you a single penny could make you a millionaire? Sounds unbelievable, right? But the 1964 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny is exactly that, a coin worth up to $1.2 million. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you might discover you've been walking around with life-changing wealth in your pocket or tucked away in an old drawer. Let's dive in, because time is money, and this penny could be your money. You're holding what looks like a regular penny, but collectors are willing to pay over $1 million for it. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? But it's not. This is your chance to transform an ordinary coin into extraordinary wealth. The 1964 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny is incredibly rare, and the longer you wait, the more likely someone else will cash in before you do. Don't make the mistake of ignoring this opportunity, you might regret it later. Quick question: have you checked your coin jar lately? Or that dusty box in the attic? You might just be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. And don't worry, I'll walk you through everything you need to know to identify this $1 million penny. So, what's the big deal about this penny? Let me explain. The 1964 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny was struck in Denver, but not all pennies from that year are created equal. What makes some of these coins so valuable are errors and unique characteristics that set them apart. For example, certain 1964 D pennies have misaligned dies, doubling effects, or even rare metallic compositions. These errors aren't just flaws, they're jackpots. Collectors pay huge premiums for them because they're one-of-a-kind treasures in the numismatic world. Every time you've glanced at a penny, you might have missed subtle details that could have made you a millionaire. Crazy, right? But don't worry, I'll teach you how to spot these valuable traits shortly. And now, let's get real. Do you ever think about missed opportunities? Like the time you didn't invest in Apple or Bitcoin? This penny might be that moment for you. Imagine finding one, holding it in your hands, and knowing it's worth over $1 million. How would that change your life? Here's the flip side. What if you have it but don't realize its value? What if you accidentally spend it on coffee or let it gather dust? Someone else could find it, sell it, and enjoy the wealth that could have been yours. That's why it's so important to act now. By the way, if you're about to dump your entire penny jar on the floor to start searching, hold on, I'll give you the exact tips you need in just a second. Don't panic, But maybe keep your coffee money separate from your treasure hunt, alright? Here's the fun part. How do you know if you've got the real deal? Start by looking for the D mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Denver. This is located just below the date on the coin. Next, check for errors like doubling on the lettering or numbers. This is called a double die and can skyrocket the coin's value. Also, examine the edges and surface for any unusual characteristics. If the coin seems thicker or lighter than usual, it could indicate a rare metal composition. And here's a pro tip: invest in a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. These tools can help you spot details invisible to the naked eye. Trust me, this small investment could pay off big time. But wait, what if your coin looks valuable, but you're not sure? Don't risk underselling it. In a moment, I'll reveal how to get your penny authenticated and where to sell it for the best price. Once you think you've struck gold, or, in this case, copper, the next step is verification. You'll need a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC to certify your coin's authenticity and condition. This adds credibility and helps you secure the highest possible price. After grading, consider selling through auctions or reputable coin dealers. Heritage Auctions, for example, has sold rare pennies for millions of dollars. And remember, competition among collectors can drive the price even higher, so be strategic about when and where you sell. Quick thought: what would you do with $1.2 million? Would you retire early, travel the world, or invest in more rare coins? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your plans. Now that you know the value of the 1964 D mint mark Lincoln penny, the question is, are you ready to find yours? Don't wait, start searching today. Whether it's in your coin jar, an old shoebox, or your grandparents' collection, this penny could be hiding in plain sight. Think about it. A single moment of action could change your financial future forever. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video about valuable coins. Who knows? The next video might feature a coin you already own. And if you found this video helpful, share it with friends and family because they might be sitting on hidden treasure too. Stay curious, stay inspired, and good luck on your journey to uncovering your $1 million penny. See you in the next video. Did you know that the 2020 D mint mark Lincoln penny you might have in your pocket could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million? Yes, you heard that right. While most pennies are worth just 1 cent, this particular coin has collectors scrambling to own it. Stay tuned, because I'm about to reveal how to identify this coin, why it's so valuable, and how you can cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single detail, because this could change your life. Now, before you run to check your spare change, let's take a moment to imagine, what would you do with $1.3 million? Buy your dream home? Retire early? Travel the world? Well, the 2020 D Lincoln penny could be the key to making that dream a reality. But here's the kicker: not every 2020 D penny is valuable, so if you don't know what to look for, you could accidentally spend it like any other coin. And that's a mistake you don't want to make. So, what makes the 2020 D mint mark Lincoln penny worth such a staggering amount? Well, it all boils down to a combination of rarity, demand, and a surprising twist. First, the Denver Mint produced billions of pennies in 2020, but a select few had minting errors that make them incredibly valuable. These errors include misaligned dies, doubled dies, and even rare planchet defects. Think of these errors like the golden tickets in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Only a handful exist, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on them. And before you think, errors? Sounds like something my kids would make in art class. Let me tell you, these errors are worth more than most cars. Isn't it ironic that mistakes are sometimes worth more than perfection? Now, here's the $1 million question: how do you know if your 2020 D penny is one of these rare treasures? Don't worry, I'm about to break it down step by step, but here's a quick hint: you'll need a magnifying glass and a sharp eye. Ready? Let's dive in. First, check the mint mark. The D below the year indicates it was minted in Denver. But that's just the starting point. Next, look for signs of a doubled die, which happens when the design is stamped twice slightly off-center. This can cause letters and numbers to appear doubled. For example, check the word Liberty and the date 2020 for any overlapping details. Another key feature to watch for is a misaligned or off-center strike, which can make part of the design appear cut off. Finally, some rare 2020 D pennies were struck on the wrong type of metal planchet, which can affect the coin's color and weight. These subtle details could be the difference between an ordinary penny and $1 million jackpot. Feeling overwhelmed? Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. After all, if I can spot these details, so can you. But let me ask you this: how many pennies have you already spent without checking? Scary thought, isn't it? Now you're probably wondering, why would anyone pay $1.3 million for a penny? The answer lies in the law of supply and demand. Coin collectors are passionate about rare and unusual coins, and when something as unique as a mint error on a modern coin comes along, it sends shockwaves through the market. Add in the fact that the 2020 penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, a series that's been iconic for over a century, and you've got a recipe for skyrocketing value. For collectors, owning a rare coin like this isn't just about money, it's about history, prestige, and bragging rights. Alright, so you've identified your 2020 D penny, and it looks promising. Now what? Where do you sell it, and how can you make sure you're getting the best deal? Here's where things get really exciting, but also a bit tricky. I'll guide you through the process, step by step, so you don't get scammed. The first step is getting your coin authenticated and graded by a reputable organization like PCGS or NGC. This step is critical, as it establishes the coin's legitimacy and condition, which directly impacts its value. Next, decide where to sell it. High-end auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers are great for rare coins, but online platforms like eBay can also attract serious buyers. However, be cautious: selling online requires clear photos, detailed descriptions, and a lot of patience. And here's a pro tip: never accept the first offer. Negotiating is key to maximizing your profit. Let me ask you this: if someone offered you $100,000 for your penny on the spot, would you take it? Or would you hold out for the full $1.3 million? Tough call, isn't it? Now that you know what to look for and how to sell it, the only question left is, what are you waiting for? That penny sitting in your jar, your drawer, or even your pocket right now could be your ticket to financial freedom. But here's the thing: coins like this don't stay hidden forever. As more people learn about their value, the market could change, and opportunities like this might not come around again. So, start searching, start checking, and start dreaming about what you'll do with $1.3 million. Before you go, make sure to subscribe, because next time, we're uncovering the shocking truth about another modern coin worth even more than this one. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. What if I told you a single penny could change your life forever? Yes, a penny, a 1988 D Lincoln penny, to be exact. Most of us toss them aside without a second thought, but what if you've been holding on to a fortune without even knowing it? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your coin collection and why collectors are paying up to $1.4 million for this rare penny. But hurry, time may be running out to cash in on this opportunity. To end this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing on the rare and elusive 1988 D Lincoln penny. Why is this coin so valuable? What sets it apart? And how can you find one in your own collection? If you've ever dreamed of turning your loose change into a wealthy lifestyle, this is your chance. Quick question: when was the last time you actually checked your change? If you can't remember, that's okay, you're not alone. By the end of this video, you'll never look at pennies the same way again. First, let's talk about the history of the 1988 D penny. Minted in Denver, this coin might look like just another Lincoln penny at first glance. But here's the twist: some of these pennies contain an incredibly rare error that has sent their value skyrocketing. And if you're thinking, an error? Really? How valuable can a mistake be? Well, buckle up. Because in the coin world, mistakes mean money. The key detail? The 1988 D penny is known for a rare die variety involving its reverse design. Some coins feature what's called a transition error, where the design used was unintentionally mismatched with the obverse die. This small error creates a huge payday for those who spot it. Here's where it gets exciting: how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? Start by looking at the D mint mark under the date. Is it sharp and clear, or slightly misaligned? Even small differences can matter. And next, flip the coin over. Pay close attention to the reverse design. particularly the FG initials near the base of the memorial building. Certain coins feature a distinct difference in how these initials are engraved, but don't just take my word for it, grab your magnifying glass and start checking. And hey, if you're thinking, I don't even have a magnifying glass, don't worry. A $10 investment could potentially unlock $1 million fortune. Now, you're probably wondering, why are collectors willing to pay up to $1.4 million for this coin? It's all about rarity. In the world of coins, scarcity creates value. These 1988D transition era pennies are incredibly hard to find, and when demand outweighs supply, prices skyrocket. Many collectors don't even realize they're holding on to one of these rare pennies. That's why it's so important to check your coins carefully. Imagine the heartbreak of finding out you accidentally spent a $1.4 million penny on a cup of coffee. So, who's actually paying these astronomical prices? Wealthy collectors and investors. Coins like the 1988D penny aren't just collectibles, they're assets. High-value coins often appreciate over time, making them an attractive investment for those looking to grow their wealth. But here's the catch: these buyers aren't waiting around forever. The coin market is always evolving, and trends can shift. That's why acting now is so important. You don't want to miss out because you hesitated. Here's something most people don't realize: certain coins with specific grades can fetch even higher prices. Coins in mint state condition, meaning they've been preserved without wear, can bring in premiums that make the $1.4 million price tag look small. Could your coin be one of them? We'll get into grading next, so keep watching. If you think you found a 1988D penny worth millions, your next step is to have it professionally graded. Organizations like PCGS and NGC specialize in authenticating and grading rare coins. And yes, there's a small cost involved, but when the potential payoff is life-changing, it's a no-brainer. Once your coin is graded, selling it is the easy part. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or even online platforms can connect you with serious buyers. Just imagine the excitement of watching a bidding war break out over your penny. Quick question: would you rather spend $2 on a lottery ticket or take 10 minutes to check your coins for a 1988D penny? One has better odds, and it's not the lottery. Don't leave your fortune up to chance, take action now. Imagine this: you're sitting at home, flipping through your coin jar, when you spot it, the rare 1988D penny. You send it off for grading, and a few weeks later, you get the call. Congratulations, your coin sold for $1.4 million. Suddenly, your life changes. You pay off debts, travel the world, or invest in your dream lifestyle, all because of one penny. The dream can only happen if you act now. The clock is ticking, and opportunities like this don't last forever. So, what are you waiting for? If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to check their change. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on turning old coins into new fortunes. The next big find could be sitting in your pocket right now. Don't miss your chance to turn that penny into prosperity. Imagine this: you're soaring through an old jar of pennies and stumble across one that could be worth $1.5 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you it's possible? Today, we're talking about the elusive 1993D mint Mark Lincoln penny that could change your life forever. Don't move a muscle, this could be the most valuable 10 minutes of your day, or even your life. Hi, and welcome back to our channel, where we uncover hidden treasures hiding in plain sight. If you've got a jar of old pennies sitting somewhere in your house, pay close attention. The 1993D mint Mark Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most valuable coins out there, and its current market value can reach up to $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, just one penny could be worth more than your house. But why is this coin so valuable? How do you know if you have one? And what's the best way to sell it if you do? Let's dive in. So, what's the big deal about the 1993D penny? It all comes down to a few key factors: rarity, condition, and errors. First, the Denver Mint produced a smaller number of coins in 1993 compared to other years, and some of those coins had unique minting errors. We're talking doubled die outbursts, off-center strikes, and even rare die cracks. These errors make the coin highly sought after by collectors willing to pay top dollar. And now, I know what you're thinking: how rare are we talking here? Well, let's just say you have better odds of finding one of these pennies than winning the lottery. But don't let that discourage you, it only takes one coin to completely change your financial future. But wait, before you go running to grab your coin jar, let me explain what to look for. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. The first thing you'll want to do is check the date, 1993, and then look for the D mint mark right below the date, which signifies it was minted in Denver. But here's where it gets interesting: not every 1993 D penny is valuable. It needs to be in pristine condition. Coins graded as MS65 or higher are the real jackpot. That's mint state, meaning it looks almost brand new with no visible scratches or wear. Some of these coins also have unique errors, like a doubled die, which can make them worth even more. So grab a magnifying glass or head to a local coin dealer to get it inspected. Trust me, a little effort now could mean a big payday later. And hey, if you don't have a magnifying glass, no problem, just borrow your grandma's reading glasses. She'll think you're finally taking an interest in her hobbies. But here's the thing: time is running out. Rare coins like these are getting harder to find every year as more people learn about their value. And if you have one sitting in your home, every scratch or smudge could lower its worth. The clock is ticking, and the last thing you want is to find out too late that you had a fortune in your hands but didn't act fast enough. Okay, now that you know how to spot a 1993 D penny, the question is, what's the best way to sell it for maximum profit? Should you auction it, sell it directly to a collector, or go through a dealer? Stick around, because I'll reveal the best strategies in just a moment. Alright, so you found your 1993 D penny. Congratulations! Now, how do you cash in? Here are your top options. This is where serious collectors gather, and they're willing to bid high for rare finds. Sites like eBay can be a good option, but beware of scams. Always work with verified buyers. These experts can help you get your coin graded and connect you with collectors, but they may take a commission. The key is to get your coin professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can mean the difference between a few $100s and millions. If you sold your penny for $1.5 million, what's the first thing you'd buy? A new car? A dream vacation? Let me know in the comments, because I'd probably go straight for a beach house. Don't sit on this information. Check your pennies today. You'd be amazed how many people procrastinate and miss out on life-changing opportunities. If you're not sure about your coin's value, get it checked by a professional ASAP. And remember, the coin market can be unpredictable. What's worth $1.5 million today might not be tomorrow. Before you go, if you think the 1993 D penny is exciting, wait until you hear about the 1943 copper penny worth over $2 million. That story is coming up in my next video, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. You won't want to miss it. Alright, now it's your turn. Go check your coin jars, your dresser drawers, even under your couch cushions. That one penny could be the key to the financial freedom you've been dreaming of. Don't wait, your $1 million moment could be right in front of you. Did you know the penny in your pocket right now could be worth up to $1.6 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single coin, a simple Lincoln penny minted in 1971 with an S mark, has collectors paying unimaginable sums. What makes this coin so valuable? And could you have one hiding in your collection? Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal everything you need to know about this rare treasure, how to identify it, and how you can cash in before it's too late. Don't scroll away, you might miss the chance of a lifetime. Let's dive right in. Why is the 1971 S Lincoln penny so valuable? First, the S mint mark tells us it was struck in San Francisco, a location famous for producing some of the rarest and highest quality coins. But here's the kicker: not all 1971 S pennies are worth millions. Only a select few, in near perfect condition, or with unique errors, command those jaw-dropping prices. Quick question: when was the last time you actually looked at the pennies in your wallet? Be honest, probably never, right? Don't worry, you're not alone. Most people overlook these tiny pieces of copper, yet they could be sitting on a fortune. Now here's what sets the $1 million 1971 S penny apart. First, condition matters a lot. Graded coins in pristine condition, known as MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS, are the ones that fetch top dollar. But here's the twist: there are also rare error coins from this year. Double dies, off-center strikes, or coins with unusual minting flaws can make their value skyrocket, and one specific error makes collectors go crazy. Stick around, because I'll reveal it in just a moment. Collectors are in a frenzy to get their hands on these coins. Just last year, a 1971 Lincoln penny sold for a staggering $1.6 million at auction. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history like that, knowing its value could change your life forever. But here's the thing, prices like this won't last forever. The rare coin market is booming right now, but as more people catch on, competition increases, and prices could plateau. If you've ever thought about selling your coins, now is the time to act. Wait, is this an S or just a scratch? If that's you, don't worry. We'll make sure you know exactly what to look for. Here's how you can identify if your 1971 penny is valuable. First, grab a magnifying glass. Look closely for the S mark below the year, it must be there. Next, check the coin's condition. Look for sharp details, no scratches, and a flawless finish. Finally, examine for errors. Double lettering, especially on Liberty or In God We Trust, is a major indicator of value, but there's one super rare minting flaw you absolutely need to know about. Coming up next, I'll explain how spotting this one detail could mean the difference between a $1 coin and a $1.6 million payday. Here it is, the game changer, the double die obverse error. This rare flaw causes slight doubling on the date, lettering, or even Lincoln's profile. It's incredibly subtle, but if you find one, you're holding a goldmine. Imagine what this could mean for you: paying off debts, retiring early, or even living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. All from a coin that most people would overlook. Should you give up? Absolutely not. There are dozens of valuable coins out there just waiting to be discovered. From the 1969 double die to the famous 1943 bronze penny, you never know what treasures might be hiding in your collection. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your magnifying glass, check your stash, and start your treasure hunt today. Remember, opportunities like this don't come often. That penny in your pocket could change your life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help others uncover their hidden fortunes. And let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? What if I told you that a single penny sitting in your jar, drawer, or pocket could be worth up to $1.7 million? Sounds crazy, right? But this isn't just a dream, it's a reality for a select few. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how this small coin could change your life forever. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we uncover the secrets hiding in plain sight, specifically in your spare change. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2006 mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's been making waves in the collector's world. This seemingly ordinary penny has sold for life-changing amounts, and if you're not paying attention, you could miss out on a fortune sitting right under your nose. Imagine the regret of unknowingly spending a penny worth $1.7 million on a pack of gum. That fear is real, but don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'll reveal what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify it, and why you need to act fast. But first, let's talk about why you should care. For many, coins like this represent an opportunity to turn a forgotten collection into a dream lifestyle. Vacations, new cars, even paying off debt. What would you do with $1.7 million? Drop your dream in the comments, I'd love to hear it. Let's start with the basics. The 2006 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver. While billions of pennies were produced that year, a tiny number of them came with unique characteristics that set them apart. Some had errors, while others were struck under rare conditions, creating what collectors call a holy grail coin. A factory mistake could mean the difference between an ordinary penny and an extraordinary payday. Crazy, right? But it's true. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and unique metallic compositions have skyrocketed this coin's value. So, what exactly makes this penny worth $1.7 million? I'll explain in just a moment, but let me ask you this: when was the last time you really looked at your pocket change? Could you already be holding a fortune and not even know it? Here's where it gets exciting. If you have a 2006 penny, flip it over and look at, is it clear and defined? Does it look uncirculated, or does it have minimal wear? Check for double die obverse or reverse. This means the design appears double the weight. Rare pennies may differ slightly in weight due to variations in metal composition. Let me pause here, don't just grab any magnifying glass. You'll want a proper coin loupe for this. A small investment could be the difference between spotting a valuable coin and letting it slip through your fingers. Quick trivia: did you know that more people find rare coins in their old coffee cans than in their wallets? Seriously, it might be time to raid Grandma's attic now. Here's where the urgency kicks in. Rare coin markets are like stocks, they fluctuate. The 2060 Lincoln penny is currently hot, but who knows how long that will last? Collectors are snapping them up, and as supply dwindles, prices will only climb. Waiting could cost you thousands or millions, and speaking of collectors, who's actually buying these coins for $1.7 million? The answer might surprise you, and I'll reveal it in just a moment. If you've identified a potential jackpot coin, what's next? Selling it the right way is crucial. Here's how: reach out to professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC, auction houses, online marketplaces, or private collectors are your best bets. Avoid scams. Be wary of shady buyers offering quick cash with no verification. Pro tip: take your time to understand the coin's value before you sell. Remember, this is your chance to secure a life-changing payday. You're sitting in your living room, holding a check for $1.7 million. What's the first thing you do? Buy your dream car? Pay off your mortgage? The possibilities are endless, and it all starts with a single penny. So, the big question is, are you sitting on a goldmine without realizing it? There's only one way to find out: start checking your coins today. And don't forget to share your finds in the comments. I'd love to hear your success stories. Before you go, make sure to hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe for more insider tips on rare coins and hidden treasures. Remember, time is ticking, the next $1 million penny might already be in your hands. Don't wait until it's too late. Thank you for watching. Remember, success often hides in the most unexpected places, even in something as small as a penny. Before you spend another penny, ask yourself this: what if that small coin in your pocket is worth more than your entire savings account? Yes, I'm talking about the 1969 mint mark Lincoln penny, valued at up to $1.8 million. That's not a typo. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why collectors are paying a fortune for this rare gem and how to find out if you own one of these $1 million coins. But you have to act fast, this market waits for no one. You're sorting through some spare change, maybe coins you've been keeping in an old jar, and bam, you stumble upon a penny that looks ordinary. But this ordinary penny? It's got a secret, a mint mark that could change your life forever. That's exactly the story for a collector in California, who turned a humble 1969 Lincoln penny into $1.8 million. Wouldn't it feel amazing to tell that story to your family? But let me ask you, when was the last time you even looked at a penny? For some of us, they're practically invisible. Except when they're worth millions, of course. Now, let's get straight to it. What makes the 1969 mint mark penny so special? First, it's all about the errors. These pennies were minted in Denver, and some of them have unique misprints that make collectors drool. For example, some coins have doubling errors, where the letters or numbers appear to be shadowed or duplicated. If you spot one of these, you might be looking at your golden ticket. And the condition? Oh, don't even get me started. A penny in pristine condition, graded as mint state, can send its value skyrocketing into the millions. But wait, what if your coin isn't in perfect condition? Don't worry, I'll explain how even worn-out 1969 pennies could still make you rich. Alright, so how can you tell if your 1969 penny is the one collectors are fighting over? Step 1, flip the coin over and look for the mint mark, the small d under the year. Step 2, inspect the details closely. Do you see any doubling on the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty"? If yes, you might have hit the jackpot. And here's a pro tip: use a magnifying glass or even your phone camera to zoom in. You'd be surprised at what the naked eye misses. And if you find yourself squinting too hard, don't worry, it's just your future wealth staring back at you. Now, let's talk numbers. The current market for rare coins, especially error pennies like the 1969 is hotter than ever. Just last year, one sold for $1.8 million at auction. But here's the catch: the demand for these coins won't last forever. Collectors and investors are snatching them up fast, and as supply dwindles, you might miss your chance to cash in. That's why now is the time to act. But here's the thing: finding the coin is just the first step. How do you make sure you don't get scammed when selling it? Stick around, because what I'm about to share could save you from losing thousands. Alright, you've got the coin. What's next? First, get it authenticated. The best way to do this is by sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and give it a grade, which determines its value. And here's a bonus tip: always check reviews of buyers before selling. Whether it's an auction house or an online buyer, make sure they're reputable. Now, let me ask you, what would you do if someone handed you $1.8 million for a penny? Would you invest it? Travel the world? Buy a yacht? Let me know in the comments. That jar of old coins sitting in your garage could hold the key to your financial freedom. A 1969 D penny worth $1.8 million isn't just a dream, it's a reality for those who know what to look for and take action. But the clock is ticking. Every day you wait is another day closer to someone else cashing in on what could have been your fortune. And here's the best part: 1969 D isn't the only year with valuable pennies. In my next video, I'll reveal another penny worth millions that you could have sitting in your pocket right now. Don't miss it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more life-changing coin tips. And if you think you've got a 1969 D penny worth millions, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story.